Hello everyone. In this session, I will take up another type of tissue, that is complex tissue. What is meant by complex tissue? Complex tissue is a group of cells. They are group of dissimilar cells. They are group of dissimilar cells which are collectively work for a specific function. Such tissues are called complex tissues. In the plants, mainly two types of complex tissues are found. They are xylem and phloem. Xylem, and second type of complex tissue is phloem. Xylem and phloem are present in the vascular bundles. Where they are present? They are present in vascular bundles. That's why they are called vascular tissues. Xylem and phloem are present in the vascular bundles and they transport or they conduct water, mineral salts and food materials from one place to another place of plant body. That's why they are called vascular tissues. Vascular tissues. Okay. These vascular tissues are absent in Thallophyta and Bryophyta. They are absent in Thallophyta, and second group of plants are bryophytes. Bryophyta. In them, these vascular tissues are absent, and they are first time found in pteridophytes. Vascular tissues are first appeared in pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, and they are gradually developed into complex structures in gymnosperms and angiosperms. These group of plants possess complex tissues. That's why they are also called tracheophytes. Pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, they possess vascular tissues. That's why they are called tracheophytes. Okay. Coming to complex tissues. How many complex tissues are present in the plant body? Mainly two. They are xylem and phloem. Coming to first one, xylem. First one is xylem. Xylem is a complex tissue. It is a complex tissue. Xylem involved in conduction of water and mineral salts from one place to another place in the plant body, that is roots to aerial parts of the plant body. And the term xylem is coined by Nageli. The term xylem is coined by Nageli in the year 1858. And the xylem is also called hydrome. It is also known as hydrome. Okay. And this xylem comprising mainly four types of elements. They are number one is xylem tracheids, and second element is xylem vessels, and third element is xylem fibers, and fourth element is xylem parenchyma. These four types of elements are present in the xylem. Now I will discuss one by one. Okay, right. Coming to first element, that is xylem tracheids. Xylem tracheids are elongated cells. They are elongated cells, and they are with broad middle part and tapering end. You imagine that this is a xylem tracheid. This is a xylem tracheid. This xylem tracheid is a elongated cell which have broad middle part and tapering ends, and which contain thick cell wall. This all is cell wall. In the cell wall, lignin is present. Lignin is deposited in the cell wall. Next, in the cell, cytoplasm is absent. Cytoplasm absent. That's why tracheids are the dead cells. They are the dead cells, and on the walls of tracheids, pits are present. They are bordered pits. Bordered pits are present on the walls of tracheids. Okay. These are the primitive structures. Tracheids are the primitive structures. They are primitive structures. They are found in gymnosperms and pteridophytes. They are found in gymnosperms and pteridophytes. Pteridophytes. They are absent in angiosperms. Absent in angiosperms. Exceptionally, they are found in angiosperms like Dremis. Dremis. In Dremis, it is an angiospermic plant in which tracheids are present. Tracheids are present. Generally, they are absent in angiosperms. Okay, this is about tracheids. Next, coming to second element. Second element is xylem vessels. Xylem vessels. These vessels are also known as trachea. Vessels are also known as trachea, and they are also called vessels. Vessels are more advanced than tracheids. They are advanced than tracheids. Advanced than tracheids. Okay. They are found in angiosperms. They are the main elements. They are the main conducting elements in angiosperms. Angiosperms. And they are absent in lower plants. Vessels are absent in lower plants. Lower plants. Okay. Exceptionally, these vessels are also found in some pteridophytes. Some pteridophytes. Pteridophytes. Example, Equisetum and Selaginella. Equisetum and Selaginella. Selaginella. Okay. These vessels are absent in some angiosperms like Trichodendron. They are absent in Trichodendron, and one more angiosperm is also there, that is Dremis. In Dremis and Trichodendron, vessels are absent. That's why these two plants are called vesselless angiosperms. These two are called vesselless angiosperms. Angiosperms. Next, coming to structure of vessels. Coming to their structure, they are elongated, wide, and cylindrical structures. Cylindrical structures. I am drawing the diagram here. This is a vessel. This is a vessel, and these are the elongated structures, and they are cylindrical structures. They are appear like a cylinder, and they have wide cavity. Wide cavity. Next, the cell wall is made up of with lignin. They contain thick cell wall. This is cell wall, and this cell wall is made up of with lignin. Next, these are also dead cells. Vessels are also dead cells. Cytoplasm is absent in the cell, and vessels are arranged one above the another. one more vessel is present over it, like this. One above the another vessel is present, and they form a long tube or long siphon like structure. Next, on their end walls, the end walls of the vessels possess pores. Pores are present on their end walls. They are called perforations. These pores are called perforations, and the area which possess perforations are called perforation plate. Perforation plate, which helps in movement of sap from one element to another. Sap, that is water and other mineral ions, moving from one element to another element through perforation plates. Okay. Next, at initial stages, the cell wall of the vessels is deposited with cellulose. Later, it is composed with lignin. The cell wall thickenings occur in different patterns. They are: number 1, annular thickenings. Annular thickenings. And number 2, spiral thickenings. Spiral thickenings. Number 3, scalariform thickenings. Scalariform thickenings. And number 4, reticulate thickenings. Reticulate thickenings. And number 5 is pitted thickenings. Pitted thickenings. These 5 types of thickenings are present on their walls. Coming to first one, annular thickenings. Annular thickenings. In this is a vessel. In the vessel, thickenings are occur like a ring. Thickenings are appear like ring. That means ring-like thickenings. Ring-like thickenings are present in vessel. Such thickenings are called annular thickenings. Next, coming to second one, spiral thickenings. This is a vessel. In the vessel, thickenings are appear like spring. They are appear like spring. Such thickenings are called spiral thickenings. Next, third one is scalariform thickenings. In scalariform thickenings, this is a vessel. In the vessel, thickenings are appear like a ladder. Appear like ladder. Such thickenings are called scalariform thickenings. Next, fourth one, reticulate thickenings. In this is a vessel. In the vessel, thickenings are like a network. That is appear like a network. Such thickenings are called reticulate thickenings. Next, fifth one, pitted thickenings. The thickenings may be simple pits or bordered pits. They may be simple or bordered pits. These are the simple pits and these are the bordered pits. I will explain what are simple pits and what are bordered pits after completion of complex tissues. Okay. Next, third element of xylem, that is xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma composed of living tissue. Remaining 3 types of elements are dead tissues. Remaining 3 are composed of dead cells, but xylem parenchyma is composed of living cells. The parenchyma which associates with xylem, this is a parenchyma. The parenchyma cells associated with xylem are called xylem parenchyma. They contain thin walls. They contain thin cell walls. For example, this is a parenchyma cell. The cell comprising thin walls. This cell wall is made up of with cellulose. Otherwise, it is also made up of with lignin in some plants, cellulose or lignin. Inner to the cell wall, dense cytoplasm is present. In the cytoplasm, vacuoles are also present. These are the vacuoles. Along with vacuoles, nucleus is also present in the parenchyma. This is a nucleus. Once again I am repeating, the parenchyma which is associated with xylem are called xylem parenchyma, which comprising thin cell wall. Cell wall is made up of with cellulose or lignin. Inner to the cell wall, dense cytoplasm is present and vacuoles are present. Conspicuous nucleus is present in the cell. Next, this xylem parenchyma is again divided into two types. Xylem parenchyma is of two types. They are, number one, axial parenchyma, and second type is ray parenchyma. Ray parenchyma. This axial parenchyma is arranged in vertical rows. And second type, ray parenchyma. Ray parenchyma is radiating from center to periphery. For example, this is a stem. This is the central cylinder of the stem, that is steel. This is medulla. From this, radiating parenchyma cells are present. That parenchyma is called ray parenchyma. It is radiating from center to periphery, which helps in radial conduction. Okay. And coming to functions of xylem parenchyma, which helps in conduction of water and food materials. Conduction of water and food, and which also involved in the storage of food. That stores food in the form of fats or oils or resins or tannins, etc. Okay, or understand? The main function of the xylem parenchyma is conduction of water and food, which stores food materials in the form of fats, oils, resins and tannins. This is about xylem parenchyma. Next, fourth element is xylem fibers. Okay. The fibers, the sclerenchyma tissue which is associated with xylem are called xylem fibers. They are fibers associated with xylem are called xylem fibers. They are the dead cells. Fibers are dead cells. Generally, they are elongated cells with tapering ends. They are narrow, elongated cells with tapering ends, and they contain a empty lumen in the cell. That means they are the dead cells. Empty lumen, empty space is present in the cell. Cytoplasm is absent. Again, these fibers are of two types. They are, number one, libriform fibers, and second one, fiber tracheids. Coming to first one, libriform fibers. Libriform fibers are true fibers. They are true fibers and they contain simple pits. Coming to fiber tracheids, these are the reduced fibers. They are reduced fibers and they contain bordered pits. And xylem fibers helps in mechanical support, that gives strength and that gives mechanical support to the plant body, that gives mechanical support. Okay, this is about fourth element of xylem. In the next video I will come with another type of complex tissue, that is phloem. Thank you.